The offensive by the LNA, which is allied to a parallel administration based in the main eastern city of Benghazi, intensifying a power struggle that has fractured the oil-producing country since the 2011 overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. Ghassan Salami, the UN Special Envoy to Libya, said he was striving to prevent the new crisis from getting out of control. "We have worked for 1 year for this national conference, we won't give up this political work quickly," he said. "We know that holding the conference in this difficult time of escalation and fighting is a difficult matter. But we are determined to hold it on time unless compelling circumstances force us not to," he told reporters in Tripoli. At a G7 meeting in France, German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas said he and his counterparts had agreed they must exert pressure on those responsible for the upsurge of fighting in Libya, especially Haftar. Italian Foreign Minister Enzo Moavero-Milanesi said Haftar must heed international warnings to stop advancing on Tripoli, in Libya's northwest, or else we will see what can be done. Russia also called for restraint, saying Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Bogdanov told Haftar in a phone call that Moscow continues to insist on a political solution to disputed issues in Libya. Haftar told Bogdanov about what he described as efforts to fight terrorists in Libya, including near Tripoli, according to the Russian Foreign Ministry. Crucible of instability in Cairo on Saturday, Egyptian Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry said the crisis could not be settled by military means, though insecurity in Libya had long been a source of worry. At a news conference alongside Shoukry, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Moscow wanted all political forces in Libya to strike an agreement in support of peace and warned against foreign meddling there. There were no reports of significant fighting on Saturday. Haftar's LNA said on Saturday its positions were attacked in an airstrike south of Tripoli, but there were no casualties. Haftar, 75, who casts himself as a foe of Islamist extremism but is viewed by opponents as a new dictator in the mold of Gaddafi, was quoted by Al Arabiya TV as telling Guterres his offensive would continue until terrorism was defeated. A former officer in Gaddafi's army, Haftar enjoys the backing of Egypt and the United Arab Emirates, which see him as a bulwark against Islamists and have supported him militarily, according to UN reports. The UAE, however, joined Western countries in expressing its deep concern about the fighting. In the past, Haftar has struck deals with armed factions outside Tripoli to advance his forces. But gaining control of Tripoli, the ultimate prize for Haftar's Eastern Parallel government, would be far more complicated. Armed groups allied to the Tripoli government have moved more machine gun-mounted pickup trucks from Misrata to Tripoli to defend it against Haftar's forces. The city is known for a spirit of resisting old regime figures, developed during 2011 when pro-Gaddafi forces besieged it for 3 months. The LNA says it has 85,000 men, but this includes soldiers paid by the central government that it hopes to inherit. Its elite force, Sika, Lightning, numbers some 3,500, while Haftar's sons also have well-equipped troops, LNA sources say. In 2014, he assembled former Gaddafi soldiers and in a 3-year battle seized Benghazi. This year, he took control of Libya's south with its oil fields.